guys, it's Jono here and
Sendi
Jason.
and today we're going to talk about the importance of checking in with your coach during comp prep and also in your off season. So I'm going to start with Sendi, and at this point in time, Sendi, you're in your off season, is that right?
Yep.
Yep. So with your training, do you think it's important to sort of check in with someone or even keep accountable to yourself in some way?
Yeah, definitely.
To keep you on track?
Yeah, because if you don't, you're sort of, I don't know the word for it, but you're kind of like fumbling around in the dark because you don't really know what you're doing. So you need to have a plan, and you need somebody to be there to keep you accountable and just, make sure you're on track, basically. At the moment, I have to admit I don't have that because I've changed jobs, changed my whole schedule, my whole life around. I've still got an injury which is preventing me from progressing in my training. So I'm in a bit of a lost place at the moment, but it would be good to, at this point, create my plan and, speak to you or whoever, and just every week check in, make sure that I'm on track, because that will help boost your motivation as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, what about you, Jace?
I'm not obviously going through the same experience you are at the moment, but I think you do, especially in your off season. You have spells where, I'm doing regular check-ins with yourself, weekly, and because you've not got that goal, in mind. All right, it's in the future your goal, but it's so far off, or it feels so far off. You almost become a little bit lackadaisical, and you have to give yourself a bit of a kick up the butt.
Definitely.
Halfway through the week, thinking, "Oh man, I've got to stay on track."
Yeah.
Because it does make you accountable, doesn't it? Like you said, Sendi, is having that coach there someone you've got to go and answer to at the end of that week, and and I'm sure you've found it even with your non-comp prep clients. It's some of the excuses you probably get.
Yeah, for sure.
Through for the reason they haven't done whatever you asked them to do.
Yeah.
So I think having a coach and obviously having to check in with somebody does make you accountable, and it does help you stay on track. Yeah. It's also like Sandy said, it's that motivation. It's you go and check when you check in with that person, it gives you that little boost for the following week. Yeah. And you think, I've got my goals, even if it's just like, for me, I've got certain body parts that I want to try and increase the size of. Yeah. And it's like we chatted yesterday, and not that you should compare yourself to other people so much, but we talked about like pros and stuff like that, and their physique size, and it almost sort of makes you think, right, I'm going to try and get to as close as I can to their physique, or that their biceps, their triceps, their lat width and stuff like that.
Exactly.
It sort of gives you that little bit of motivation just by bouncing off your coach. Those ideas.
I feel like if you're regularly, say weekly, checking in with your coach, and you do have certain goals for the future, and you are taking it seriously to the point where you actually are considering and wanting to become a professional athlete, then to get there, you need someone who can view your physique and say, hey, I think we need a little bit more here on the shoulders, or a little bit more lats, or whatever it is, just to keep you on the right track, just to maybe give you some pointers or tips that you might not have thought about or forgotten even. So it's always going to be more. You're always going to be more successful with more people who have knowledge on the topic, especially with comp prep bodybuilding.
And it's also very important that you speak to someone that's not you, because when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you see one thing, but somebody else. And I mean, everyone has their own opinion, but if you speak to a couple of people and they all give you a general idea, then hey, maybe that's what I need to work on.
That's right,
Because I can look in the mirror and go, oh yeah, I look fine, I don't need to do anything. Actually,
Well, and it could be, like I know by looking at Jason's physique or Sandy's physique, I can see their potential. like they might push themselves so far and think, wow, you know, I've come a long way, which they have. I can still look at them and say, hey, you can even take it further. Don't stop there. You can become a pro. You can achieve much more than you even expected. And I think that's what a good coach is. Someone who takes their client beyond what they
can
thought
envisage,
possible, you know,
envisage what the potential
and
is.
help them get there and succeed even more. Because I personally haven't ever had a coach, but I know that if I did have a coach, I would want it to be someone who saw more potential in me, who pushed me further and beyond what I even thought possible.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I haven't really, I've never come across someone that saw that in me. So I always believe highly in myself, but that's what I like to do. I like to look at Sendi and someone like Jason and go, wow, you know, this is awesome, and give back to them and just push them to
Well,
succeed.
you know what's interesting? I know people that have pulled out of competition because their coaches said, you're not going to make it in that category.
Yeah.
And I think that is the worst thing that they could do to someone, because
So demoralising.
I know, it just makes them think, oh, well, I'm never going to be good enough, so I don't want to even bother.
Yeah.
And a lot of them do just forget about it and never compete.
Yeah.
And that's so unfair because everybody's got that potential.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know that you should be realistic about the time frame, but at the end of the day, they can do it.
Yeah.
It's not fair to actually say, oh, you know what, you're going to need a couple more weeks, give me some extra money.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work that way.
That's right.
I think checking in with your coach, even finding the right coach, I guess, is very important. Look around. Don't just go with anyone. You know, I've had a few clients that have come to me from other coaches, and I've thought, how are they? Not to badmouth them, but not everyone is a competent coach.
No.
Like there's personal trainers, there's instructors, there's group instructors, but competition prep is not just doing 3 sets of 10 and following any old eating plan. You've got to also think about the individual person. You've got to get to know them, and you've got to help them not just physically but mentally as well. So
because
I think
everybody has a different life, different schedule,
absolutely,
different injuries, different dietary requirements. So everybody's so
everyone's
unique.
Individual. Unique. That's right.
So I think.
You should definitely choose a coach that's actually done a competition.
That's what I was going to say. At least experienced it. All right, they might not. They might not have won loads of trophies or be the best, turn pro or whatever, but to at least have experienced that, going through that comp prep, getting on stage, experience the whole thing.
I think a lot of coaches in different sporting events, sometimes they may not have been the best athlete, but they're actually better coaches than they were athletes. Because they actually care about their clients and not just think about themselves and being the champion, but they're sort of more focused on others rather than themselves. And I think that's one quality that a coach should have. If you're a coach that just thinks of themselves and wants all the glory and wants to be the best, but doesn't, and just feeds off everyone else, but doesn't give back and help and support, the athlete, I don't think that.
I think as an individual athlete, if I was, if we had that relationship, I'd be quite demoralised pretty quick. Because I look forward to our meetings and know that you're going to pick me up if I am feeling low.
Exactly. What I just thought of then, it was like, here's a hypothetical example that isn't true. But if I was Jason's coach, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna prep you for a show, but then I go ahead and I'm like saying, I'm gonna beat you, bro, and I'm gonna do the same comp as you, and like, you're not gonna win, and like, that's not a coach. That's silly. Like,
it's like,
you know what I mean? Like
there's that.
That would just make you give up.
It's why am I prepping with this coach? Like, he's my competitor.
He's just putting me down.
Like, so.
Taking my money and making me feel bad. Oh no.
A bit like chocolate.
So I think getting the right coaches is important, not just picking any old comp prep coach. Do some research.
Yeah, that's right. Do some research. Speak to other competitors and stuff like that.
So
from your point of view, then, as a coach, would you what's your, obviously, you're all for checking in and stuff like that, but
for me, like my role now, I see myself more as a coach than a competitor. Even though I want to compete one more time, I'm doing it for myself, but also for my clients, and to show them that I'm going along in this journey with them.
Yeah.
But not in the sense as trying to like beat all my clients and do really well and show off. Like, it's not about that to me. It's about being a part of the team, going through it with them. Even though I might not be the best on stage, I'm still happy with my progress and how I go. I actually want my team members to do better than me and to become pro, and that's my number one mission and goal.
Well, I mean, the number one mission is actually that you want to see what you can achieve.
Yeah,
yourself.
what I can achieve as well. Yeah, of course.
Because you don't know what's underneath all this.
I mean, for me, I don't have like an official coach or anyone.
It's me.
Well, Sendi helps me out.
I said to him that I want to coach him.
Yeah.
So all of you have to back me up now.
Yeah.
I want to coach him for his comp next year.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think for myself, I do need more accountability. I think week to week accountability. If you've got someone that you're checking in with, I know you're going to want to see results. Because if you come and see your coach and you haven't got any results, it's like, oh man, like you don't want that feeling.
No.
You want to check in with your coach and say, hey coach, look what I did. Look,
that's right.
Good work.
You want them to be proud of the effort you put in.
Yeah.
So and like you say, you've got some even it's like a small achievement on your journey, isn't it?
Exactly.
To that end goal is.
Yeah.
Just ticking off the little boxes, and like you get like you say, you collect that data, you get little comparisons along the way, and say, this is the progress I've made.
Like I remember checking in with you, Jace, a few weeks back, and we measured your arms.
Yeah.
And then we said, let's train your triceps a bit. Let's get them bigger.
Yeah.
And he grew his arms 1 centimeter in 1 week. Just from focusing,
just by focusing on my triceps.
Yeah, that took me 3 years to get one.
And just little things like that along the way make the journey so much better.
Yeah. It's them like I say, them small little goals, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I was talking about a minute ago. Is my focus is building individual body parts, and then, like you say, that 1 centimeter. It's like I might not have lost. I think actually my weight stayed the same, so that was a bit of a But then to gain a centimetre on my bicep or on my arms is like, tick.
Yeah.
Plus, real plus.
Like, I mean, if you're serious in competing in a bodybuilding show, why not set your standards high? Why not find out like what stats Jeremy Bondia has or Sadiq has, or these top athletes like Ryan Terry? Someone like Jason, I see him with the potential to reach that level. So as a coach, why wouldn't I encourage him and push him to get there? So there's nothing wrong with comparing yourself. You're not comparing yourself just to be like, I'm so much better than him or whatever. It's just like a standard.
Yeah,
it's a standard that you want to reach, a potential that you can get to.
And I think, I was going to say, I think we were talking about social media a minute ago. I think with social media, and it does sort of force that in your face a little bit. This is the standard in everything in life. I think this is the standard you need to be at. And these people are, all right. I'm not dissing people on social media by saying it's not real, because they do post stuff from months and months ago. I mean, Christian Guzman, I noticed he put a post up like looking absolutely shredded.
Yeah.
And somebody commented on it saying, "Oh, bro, I thought you were bulking." He said, "Yeah, man, I am. This is a pic from like 6 months ago."
Yeah.
He's been genuinely honest about it, which is great. It's good people are doing that. Whereas a lot of people would just think, "Oh, he's like that all the time."
All the time, yeah.
When they're obviously not. So it's still, they still look amazing, and it's still something to try and achieve.
Exactly.
All right, you shouldn't get sucked in by thinking like somebody's like that all the time.
No,
because it takes a lot of damn hard work to get to that sort of condition, doesn't it?
Yeah. Not only that, but if you stayed at like 3% body fat, you would be sick constantly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just not sustainable, is it?
No. And especially the saddest part is, like, I've spoken to so many people about competing in ICN, and I'm telling you right now, about 99% have said I'm not natural.
Wow.
And that's really sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So even half the people you're watching might not even be like that naturally. So
Yeah.
just keep that in
It's
mind.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone's at a different stage in their life. Everyone has different goals. Some people just want to enter a comp for their own goals and their own satisfaction, and just to say that they did a comp and achieved something. Other people want to make it more of a career. Other people might be like Jason, starting to become a personal trainer, and that's going to help their business with promotion and being a comp prep coach. Someone like Sendi loves it, she enjoys it.
Yeah.
I just do it for fun.
She does it for fun.
Yeah.
So
Challenge.
so even no matter what your goals are, I still think having a coach is important. Even if you're a professional and you're the best, the best still have coaches.
Well, yeah, they have multiple coaches, don't they? You know, for, like you say, diet coaches.
Yeah.
The actual training coach.
Posing coaches.
Yeah, nutrition coach, posing coach.
Even maybe like mental, like to do with
Yeah,
mindset.
psychological. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
So
it's obviously recognised in all fields that it's the importance of it. So it's you know, that is something like you were saying, get your head right.
Yeah.
And make sure this is exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
And then do your research for it.
Yes.
Find yourself a decent coach.
Exactly.
Speak to other competitors.
Exactly.
Or other people that enjoy, you know, that take part in bodybuilding or whatever. Find out from them.
It's interesting because I've heard a few stories and done a bit of research on different coaches, mainly in the States and mainly in IFBB. But there's different competitors that have had coaches and, you know, they've still done well. And then they've linked up with a new coach and they've got along really well. This coach has inspired them and maybe took them along a different path with different sort of maybe nutritional plan or training principles, and they've done even better.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, if you get a coach and you stick with them, and you don't have to stick with one coach forever. You know, if you're out there and you've had a coach for a while, and you're maybe looking around, like, that's why we say do your research.
Yeah. Even
meet different coaches. Get to know their personality.
And I think you do that when you actually compete, don't you? Because the amount of people that I've met, or different coaches that I've met, just a bit backstage, because your face gets about, people get to know you, and they acknowledge you, and you start chatting about different stuff. And
you look around backstage and you can see the coaches that really want to help their clients.
Yeah.
And they're going out of their way, and you're like, hey, if I was doing a show, maybe I would want to be on their team.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, look, they have a big team. Everyone's supporting each other. You know, I know that's what I want to do with our team, is get a big team. So we're all cheering for each other.
Yeah.
We're all there backstage wearing the VPF logo. We feel like a team.
Absolutely.
We support, and that's the whole atmosphere that Team VPF want to create.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not just going to be me as a coach. It's going to be Jason eventually. It's going to be Ben eventually.
Yeah.
Sendi's Ben. So no, Sendi helps out with posing, even with the girls and fitness models.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, so everyone plays a role. It's not just one person.
No, that's it. It becomes like a real family community, doesn't it?
That's what I believe.
And you sort of bounce off each other, and even like training together, isn't it?
Even training together, yeah. See, that's the thing as a coach. Maybe some coaches out there don't train with their athletes.
Yeah.
Well, I do. And I feel like that brings us closer together, and we can push each other. And
I think you get, from your point of view, you get a better understanding of your athlete as well, don't you, by actually training with them? Because everyone has that. Even checking in, it's like you can only really ask, unless you're collecting like all the data on what they're actually doing. You're still relying on that individual to give you that data, aren't you?
Yeah.
And they turn up on the day, even if you don't collect data, and they turn up on that day and would tell you, I've done this week, I've done that week, and you can probably almost tell if they have or they haven't. Yeah. But when you're actually physically training with them, you know from watching them train, you haven't done that this week, or you've worked too hard this week, maybe, and stuff. You know,
exactly.
Don't you?
Yep, 100%.
And they get that. You get that instant feedback as well, don't they? You can give them that while you're actually training with them. So,
exactly.
You know, I've spoke to other people that have like competed and have changed coaches, and they've gone to the coach might be like almost like distant, where they only check in with them once a month on their just communicating via text once a week or something like that.
Yeah.
They get so unmotivated or dismotivated, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in a real short space of time.
Yeah.
It's you need that
Yeah.
relationship, that really good
Definitely,
relationship, and
definitely.
with the rest of the team as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Bodybuilding, to me, I look at the days back when Arnold used to train. He used to train with a big group of guys.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, a lot of the time, people train by themselves with their headphones on. That's the new era of bodybuilding. But I just love that old school vibe where everyone's in the gym, everyone's talking and having fun. You know,
it's a real social environment.
Like you're laughing, you're getting strong, you're getting results, you're pushing each other. That's what Arnold used to do with his mates back in the day, and that's what I want to bring back because that's what I love.
Yeah.
You know, I love the big group sessions where everyone's training and it's awesome.
Yeah, and you shouldn't. All right, it can probably when you first come into that environment or when you first join that sort of group, it probably can be quite intimidating.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to show your weaknesses or you're almost comparing yourself against the rest of the people already. But if you can build that environment where it's actually supportive rather than competitive within your team.
We've had people of all different strength levels, and we all get in there and we all train and push each other, and
exactly
it's awesome. And even Sendi, like sometimes she might be the only girl, but she fits in and she loves it. Hey,
lifts more weight than the rest of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
What's your max deadlift?
Oh, it's more than you.
Yeah. So I encourage you, if you're watching this, you're thinking about doing a comp, get in contact with Team VPF, and we'd love to have you on board. Yeah, 100%. Awesome. Anything else you want to say, guys?
Nope.
All good? Covered it?
Pretty much.
Cool. All right. Awesome.
Good work.
Awesome. See you guys. Thank you.